Welcome back to Theology Thursday. My name is Drew Reynolds, and I'm the student pastor here at Kingdom Life Church. In case you didn't know what Theology Thursday is before you started watching this video, Theology Thursday is a weekly discussion of the theological themes found in the New Testament books. So far this fall, we've looked at Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. And today, we're looking at the Acts of the Apostles, also written by Luke, the same guy who wrote the Gospel of Luke. Here's what Luke writes in chapter 1, verses 1 through 2, and then we'll skip down to verse 8, and we'll see why Luke wrote this. Here's verse 1. In the first book, O Theophilus, I have dealt with all that Jesus began to do and teach until the day when he was taken up, after he had given commands through the Holy Spirit to the apostles whom he had chosen. So in the first book, the Gospel of Luke, Luke wrote about all that Jesus did. Now in this second book, Luke is writing about what the apostles, the followers of Jesus, did. And here's the command that Jesus gave to the apostles, verse 8. But you will receive power when the Holy Spirit has come upon you, and you will be my witnesses in Jerusalem and in all Judea and Samaria and to the end of the earth. So Luke wrote Acts to show us how the gospel of Jesus spread through the world. He wrote to essentially show us how the apostles obeyed this command from Jesus. And Luke starts this writing by telling us of the spread of the gospel from Jerusalem to the surrounding areas. And then he tells of the conversion of a man named Saul, whose name got changed to Paul. And then talks about Paul's ministry all over the Roman Empire, which at that time was essentially the ends of the earth. And the application for us today is this. Will you, will I, will we take the gospel to our Jerusalem, which is where we are, to our Judea, which is where we're going, to our Samaria, which is where we don't really want to go. Remember, back in these times, Jews and Samaritans didn't really like each other. So the idea of someone going to Samaria and telling them about Jesus is kind of a foreign concept. So will you go where you don't want to tell people about Jesus? And then lastly, the ends of the earth. Will you go to the ends of the earth? Again, I'll say that one more time. Will you take the gospel to where you are, Jerusalem, where you're going, Judea, where you don't want to go, Samaria, and to wherever you can get, the ends of the earth? That's my question to you. Hope it provokes you and makes you think. And I ask that you just pray and ask God, am I called to go and take the gospel to the nations? Or am I called to stay here and take the gospel to my neighbors, to my coworkers, to my classmates? That's what I want you to think about and pray about this week. I hope that this has been helpful, and I hope that I get to see you on Sunday night for our student service.